It would be erroneous to imagine that the story of the Indian diaspora is one of successes abroad, people going there and conquering a place or dominating the economy. Here is a story of Indians who dominated the economy of a country in the Horn of Africa. And look where they stand today.
I think slowly they will go away because a new generation is not coming in, and the old people, when they die, that will be over.
नहीं, कोई भी दोस्त नहीं है। मेरे फादर थे तभी उसका दोस्त आते थे कभी कभी, माँ वो शाम के टाइम पर, रात को कोई भी नहीं आने वाले।
अभी टाइम अच्छा नहीं है, सिचुएशन अच्छा नहीं है, काम भी नहीं है दुकान में, और हमारा समाज भी इधर नहीं है, सब चले गए।
For Manoj Mehta and the few other Indians left in Eritrea, life is very lonesome indeed in this tiny African nation lying on the shores of the Red Sea. A country torn by war, prone to droughts and the constant threat of famine, Eritrea is hardly the place for an Indian businessman. It has seen the backs of most members of the Indian community, and for the handful Indians left, it is a lonely life.
There aren't many economic opportunities because this country is still reeling from the after effects of the last war.
Eritrea is located in the northeastern quarter of Africa, also known as the Horn of Africa. Only 4 Indian families continue to live in this war-ravaged country, all of them second or third generation Indians. The Indian community here was once a bustling community of nearly 1,000. Most of them Gujarati businessmen in the retail trade. But over the years, their numbers have reduced to a few forlorn figures. When Colonel Mengistu Haile Mariam's socialist regime came to power in the 1970s, Indians started fleeing Eritrea. Why? Because the dictator began nationalizing properties and businesses. At that time, Eritrea and Ethiopia were one nation.
When Mengistu's regime came, it was impossible to stay here. People started running away. There were so many Italians here, they also went away from Eritrea. So now there are very few Indians, maybe about half a dozen people have left.
प्रॉपर्टी नेशनलाइज हो गई और पहले जैसा काम भी नहीं था, और जिसको बच्चे छोटे हैं उसको पढ़ाने का प्रॉब्लम था, इसलिए सब एक एक करके सब चले गए। अभी 3-4 फैमिली है इधर, वो भी फैमिली साथ को नहीं है, 1-2 है फैमिली साथ, बाकी सब अकेले अकेले रहते हैं।
हमारे फादर ने 4 प्रॉपर्टीज खरीदी है। 4 प्रॉपर्टीज में 3 प्रॉपर्टीज गवर्नमेंट नेशनलाइज कर दिया, और एक प्रॉपर्टी है ये हमारे पास है।
Life in Eritrea was once very different. It was, after all, an Italian colony since 1890. And under Italy, Eritrea flourished, attracting, among others, Indians who came in search of business opportunities. In 1941, the British defeated Italy and ousted them not only from Eritrea, but effectively from the Horn of Africa. The following decade were under British administration, and this was a period of intense political and diplomatic activity, and that is what shaped the future of Eritrea. For members of the Indian community like Naveen Bhai Pandhi and his wife Vijayaben, life remained unchanged even as Eritrea changed hands from Italians to the British. The Pandhi family business, set up in 1930 by Naveen Bhai's grandfather, continued to flourish. In fact, some of the Indians really made it good, even indulging in the luxury of keeping local Eritreans and Italians as domestic help.
वो संबंध था वो बिजनेस पूरता और सर्वेंट जैसा ऐसा घर में दुकान में सर्वेंट होता है तो हम इन लोग को रखते, मगर यहाँ के लोग बहुत अच्छे हैं। हमारे यहाँ एक सर्वेंट था इटालियन और वो सारा दिन हमारे साथ रहता था और संडे के दिन भी वो हमारे साथ गाड़ी में घूमने को भी आता था, इसलिए वो बोलता था मेरे बच्चे के साथ, इसमें से मैं थोड़ा थोड़ा पिकअप कर लिया।
In 1952, the United Nations awarded Eritrea to Ethiopia as part of the federation, but one that would remain autonomous. 10 years later, Ethiopia's annexation of Eritrea as its 13th province sparked a 30-year struggle for liberation that ended in 1991. In a referendum in 1993, Eritreans voted overwhelmingly for freedom from Ethiopia and became an independent country. Having already endured one of Africa's longest wars, Eritreans were plunged into a fresh conflict in May 1998. A border dispute with Ethiopia had boiled over into an all-out war between the two neighbors that cost tens of thousands of lives on both sides.
During that period, there was a war going on. And during the war, there were times when there was no water, there was no electricity, but the business was going on. Very few people were left here, they were having their business, but they had a lot of hardships as far as water and electricity is concerned. Food was available, but there was a curfew order, so everybody had to be in the house from 6:30 till morning without lights. So that was a hardship.
This Indian stationery shop on Mosque Road in the Eritrean capital, Asmara, has been witness to most of this country's violent history. Through all the political turmoil, this Indian shop has weathered the storms, standing as it has been a witness to more than 50 years of conflict.
पहले मेरा पिताजी जब आया तो इटालियन गवर्नमेंट थी, बाद में अंग्रेज गवर्नमेंट आई, बाद में इथियोपियन गवर्नमेंट आई, आज एरिट्रियन गवर्नमेंट है। लेकिन हम लोगों को पॉलिटिक्स में तो हम कोई लगाव नहीं है, तो जैसा जो चल रहा है इसमें हम लोगों को कोई, जो पॉलिटिक्स में हम अंदर घुसे नहीं है तो हम लोगों को कोई तकलीफ नहीं है, और यहाँ की प्रजा भी हम लोगों को काफ़ी जानती है, पहचानती है। इतना हमारा नाम इतना मशहूर है कि असमारा में कोई भी कोने पर चले जाओ तो वो कोठारी के नाम पर हम लोगों को जानते हैं।
Jeevan Kothari is perhaps the only Indian who wants to stand his ground in Eritrea while the remaining Indians have left or are waiting to leave. Born and brought up in this country, he has an emotional bond so strong with this place of birth that moving anywhere seems almost meaningless, impossible.
हमको इस देश के साथ लगाव है, तो हम लोगों की इच्छा नहीं हुई कि हम इस देश को छोड़ दें। मेरे फादर का ही ले लो, 1947 में जो इंडिया गया था और वापस आ गया, वो बाद में फिर इंडिया नहीं गया और यहाँ ही उसका देहांत हो गया। तो हम लोगों सारे फैमिली को, मेरी वाइफ को, जो मेरी शादी सूडान में हुई कसाला में, तो उसको भी इस देश के साथ लगाव है। इंडिया जाती है लेकिन फिर भी उसको अच्छा नहीं लगता है, वो हमेशा असमारा को याद करती है।
Today, Eritrea is a far cry from the land of opportunities like the Indians had originally built their dreams on. In fact, it is one of the two poorest countries of Africa, the other being its warring neighbor, Ethiopia. And for the few remaining Indians in Eritrea, fighting age and unrest, well, it may be an endless wait, waiting for their lives to come unstuck in this land of shattered hopes and dreams.